My dear Wormwood, you continue to focus too much on the patient himself. His thoughts, his habits, his distractions, all useful but limited. You're overlooking one of our most effective instruments, the people around him. Tell me, who does he spend the most time with?
Friends, coworkers, people online mostly, group chats, social media.
Good, very good. Then you already have access. You see, Wormwood, we rarely need to speak to a man directly. It is far more efficient to let others do it for us.
But they don't even know what they're doing. They're just living, talking and posting.
Exactly. That is what makes it perfect. There is no resistance, no suspicion. Influence is most powerful when it feels natural, when it feels like it's coming from peers, not pressure.
So I should use his friends.
Not use. Shape. You don't need to control them entirely. Only guide the environment. Because a man adapts quickly, quietly, without realizing it. He begins to think like those around him, speak like them, value what they value, ignore what they ignore.
He laughs at the same things they do, even when he didn't at first.
Of course he does. Laughter is alignment. It signals belonging. And belonging is something the modern man craves deeply. So if something threatens that belonging, he will reject it, even if it's true. So if his environment doesn't take faith seriously, then neither will he. At least not openly, and eventually not at all. Because repeated exposure becomes normalization, and normalization becomes belief.
But what if he meets someone who actually believes? Someone serious?
Then you isolate him, subtly. Do not forbid the connection. That would raise suspicion. Instead, make it inconvenient, awkward, less appealing. Fill his schedule. Create small tensions. Let the relationship fade naturally.
So he drifts away without realizing why.
Precisely. And in its place, you reinforce connections that keep him comfortable. People who avoid depth, avoid truth, avoid anything that challenges him. Because challenge leads to growth, and growth leads away from us.
He also spends a lot of time online, watching people, influencers, creators.
One of our finest developments. Now we can influence him at scale, without ever meeting him.
But he knows it's just content.
That does not matter. Repetition shapes reality. The more he sees something, the more normal it becomes. The more normal it becomes, the less he questions it.
So what should I feed him?
Everything, but carefully selected. Content that glorifies distraction, success without purpose, pleasure without meaning, comparison without truth. Let him measure his life against illusions and feel inadequate.
He already compares himself a lot.
Good, then he is already unstable, and an unstable man is easy to guide, because he is always looking outward for validation, for direction, for identity.
So instead of finding himself, he copies what he sees.
Exactly. He becomes a reflection of his environment, of his feed, of the people he listens to, never realizing he is being shaped.
But what about deeper conversations? Sometimes they come up late at night, serious topics, life purpose.
Those are dangerous, very dangerous, because they break the pattern. They introduce clarity. So when they happen, you must redirect them.
How?
Turn them into jokes. Deflect with humor. Make seriousness uncomfortable. Because the modern man fears being seen as too deep, too intense, too different. So he backs off. Every time he will choose comfort over truth if it risks social tension.
So the people around him keep him in place.
More than you ever could alone. They reinforce his habits, his thinking, his distractions, without ever knowing.
And if I do this right,
He will never feel controlled, only influenced. And influence is far more powerful, because it feels like his own choice.
so I don't need to stop him directly?
No! You let this world do it for you. His friends, his feed, his conversations, all guiding him away from depth, away from truth, away from the enemy.
And he'll think it's just life.
He will call it personality, lifestyle preference, never realizing it was shaped one interaction at a time.
And by the time he notices,
If he ever does, the pattern is already built, the influence already rooted, and the effort required to break it feels too great.
the key is to do it subtly.
Always subtle, consistent, unnoticed, because the greatest influence is the one he never questions. And do not fail in this, Wormwood. A man rarely chooses his path alone. He is shaped by those around him, and if you control the environment, you control the man, without ever touching him.